Differences in individuals with autism spectrum disorders originate in the early development of the brain and result in varied patterns of skill acquisition as the child grows. Typically developing children acquire skills along a predictable trajectory in the areas of cognitive development, communication skills, motor skills, social competence, and sensory processing. But the developmental trajectory for students on the autism spectrum is uneven. Some skills may develop more rapidly than normal. Children may have unusually strong visual and memory skills, perhaps resulting in learning to read words at an early age. But some skills we take for granted, skills that we previously may have given little thought to, develop more slowly or even fail to develop in children on the autism spectrum. These may include the innate drive for social engagement, the capacity to decipher nonverbal messages, the ability to take the perspective of another person or to predict what another person is likely to do. Let's imagine two young children. One responds to his name before he is 12 months old, desires attention, attends to people's eyes, and can shift his attention between sounds coming from different directions. He generally prefers people over objects and is naturally hardwired to pick up on social information. He will lead and point to draw the attention of others to what interests him. He will naturally imitate the actions of others. He will soon learn that people have different perspectives, and he will learn to regulate his actions accordingly. He will be able to anticipate the actions of others and predict what will happen in his environment. He will naturally learn to moderate sensory input and process information from several sources, such as vision and auditory, at once. It's a different story for the child who has an autism spectrum disorder. He may not respond to his name. He may fixate his attention on one thing for long periods of time. He might prefer unusual play with objects to interacting with people. When he looks at faces, he may focus on the mouth rather than the eyes. He may not attend to social information and may not process speech effectively. In many instances, he may over-respond or under-respond to sensory stimuli and may not process information from different senses simultaneously. He may focus solely on details and not be able to see the big picture in events around him. He will not spontaneously imitate the actions of others. This child may not be able to understand that other people have different perspectives and feelings from his. Without sensing those perspectives and emotions, he may not regulate his behavior based on how people respond to him, or be able to anticipate and predict how they will act. These differences may result in his living in an internal world of high stress and anxiety.